wait until she comes out here. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So, good news for Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child. She's engaged. I had no idea. She's been dating this guy for about a year, and People magazine got the exclusive photos, a 5-carat ring. His name is Chad Johnson. He even has a black last name. Right?
Right.
Listen, the Bureau was on fire this morning only because, you know, folk always think we know folk. You know, like, if you're black, you know black, no matter what, like, you know black. If you're Asian, you know your people. If you're Jewish, you know your people. There's a certain look, or you think you do, but he's white. Doesn't he look black, though? He's very handsome. He's very handsome. He's also a pastor. Let the church sing. Okay. He happens to be the chaplain for a lot of professional sporting teams. So, like, he'll travel around and give them their blessing, and then they go out and play and stuff. So he's got his job, and she's got hers. They met together, actually, about a year ago on a spiritual retreat. When Michelle found out that her ex was cheating on her, she wanted to go and just cleanse. And apparently, the pastor was the leader of the retreat, but he was also going through something, you know, with his heart. I think he was with somebody, the breakup was messy, whatever. And so, why not? He's 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's 37. You know, a year, like, good, you know what? Good for you, Michelle. And I'm sure that he really, really loves her. But the cynic in me can't but help. Michelle, a wounded bird right off of a breakup. You know how we women are. We can get very mushy no matter what. You know, there was a time in her life where she talked about this actually in articles. She suffered or suffers from depression. It was so bad at one point she wanted to commit suicide. Who knew all this was going on behind the scenes? So, you know, you know, but now he's the +1 at Beyonce's dinner parties. You know, his trade-off is not bad at all. He's going every place, and he's got a Destiny's Child girl. Anyway, they're planning a gigantic wedding this summer, so congratulations, Michelle. Okay, in my office, it looked like the edges were separating from the piece. But that's not shade. It's called hair talk. We do it here all the time on the show. Where you been? Anyway, Michelle, congratulations. And you too, Pastor. By the way, as if one performance at Coachella isn't enough for Beyonce, she's performing this weekend. I don't like it. I think that, you know, once you do something great, you drop that mic, you leave it on fire, and you go off about your business and ice your back and your knees and stuff, you know, after such a wonderful performance. But you know what? They tell me that when you headline Coachella that you have to do both weekends. So that's probably part of her, you know, contractual obligation. I just hope that performance is as good as the first one. Otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, if she doesn't come back the way she did for the first one, then, you know, we'll be judging and the Beehive will be swarming on us, because there's, she's going to be doing all new songs from what I understand. There was a tour bus of hers outside Coachella last weekend, and on the tour bus there were banners of Beyonce songs that she hadn't done there. And looking at the banners, you're like, right? She didn't do that, right? She's got so much work, you know, in terms of songs. So go ahead, you got another 2 hours, she'll be on.